Well, all hell has literally broken loose in the state of Minnesota. There are riots and protests against ICE that are happening, and all of these protests, or a majority of them, have become rather violent. They are obstructing ICE officials by vandalizing and kicking and graffitiing their cars, jumping in front of a moving vehicle, and fill in the blank. There's been a lot of chaos. And meanwhile, Mr. Tim Walz is not trying to stop them from doing this. No, he is encouraging all of it and lying to the people of Minnesota about what ICE is actually doing. This guy, Tim Walz, he's so desperate to hide the fraud that I believe that he is involved in, my opinion, right? That he is jumping on this ICE thing with all cards in. He could very well cause a war, in my opinion. This is just insanity. He needs to go to jail. But despite that, there is some good news. I believe Donald Trump has finally had enough of it. In fact, he just declared that he would invoke the Insurrection Act. Let me actually show you. And that's as a quick reminder, because I talked about it yesterday. If the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law, which they're not, and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking patriots on ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that's taking place in this once great state. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. And here's the deal. Today, something huge is going to happen. And that is that Donald Trump is meeting with Tom Homan. And what are they going to discuss? Well, potentially the Insurrection Act. Take a listen. There's a clip of Tom Homan, and he is with Fox News, on Fox News. And here's what he says when he is asked, about the Insurrection Act. Take a listen.
Is it time for the Insurrection Act, or would that just add gasoline to the fire?
Oh, I believe it is. But let's listen.
I'm not going to get ahead of the president on that, but it's certainly an option. A viable option. So actually, I'll be meeting with the president tomorrow. So, I think it's something that needs to be on the table, because this cannot continue. There is going to be more bloodshed. I'm telling you. I hope I'm wrong, but I haven't been yet. There's going to be more bloodshed if something hasn't done.
There it is. So lots of stuff said in that video, but it's obviously clear he is meeting with the president tomorrow. Which means today, because that video was published and posted on the 15th. So he is meeting with Donald Trump today. Please, let's discuss the Insurrection Act, because I think we have to get some big guns going on this, because the radical left is not calming down. They are being more emboldened. And as Tom Homan and Ingram said in that video, things are going to get more violent, and things are already getting more violent. Now, why would that be? Why do you think this is happening? Take a listen to what this chamoke said here. And listen very carefully, because if you lived in the state of Minnesota and you were a Democrat, think if you were a Democrat in Minnesota. Well, what would you think after hearing this? Take a listen. I mean, it's hard to play a Democrat, by the way, because, but just pretend with me.
ICE agents are going door to door, ordering people to point out where their neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including U.S. citizens, and demanding to see their papers. And at grocery stores, at bus stops, even at our schools, they're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street, just plain grabbing Minnesotans and shoving them into unmarked vans, kidnapping innocent people with no warning and no due process. Let's be very, very clear. This long ago stopped being a matter of immigration enforcement. Instead, it's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of Minnesota by our own federal government.
Wow. And we wonder why there's riots in the streets. Now, if you're an actual Democrat and you believe that, right, what would you do? You'd be like, oh my God. They're literally dragging pregnant women down the streets, pulling people out their doors, knocking on doors, arresting U.S. citizens, kidnapping people. And it's a brutality regime, what happened in Nazi Germany. This guy is sick. How can he get a public office and candidate for VP of all this. We would have been in a shit ton of trouble had this man been in charge. Imagine how bad America would have been. I'm just saying. But these Democrats actually believe this crap. The guy is out on a public platform lying because he is trying to make everybody distracted from the fraud, because I believe that Mr. Tim Walz himself is very involved in the fraud. And that's why he's gone psychotic crazy with this ICE thing, because he wants warriors. He wants an army to push against Donald Trump in the event that he is linked to some of the fraud there in Minnesota. Bum, 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 bum. Cue the distraction. It doesn't matter either way, because he is being vile with his words and lying about federal officials to incite violence and obstruct ICE. This is a crime. Tom Homan, please arrest Matt Walz, because I'm getting rather sick and freaking tired of it. Right? Meanwhile, chaos continues to break out in the streets in Minnesota. And gee, I wonder why. You know, Tim Walz, obviously, you can see some of the chaos that is breaking out there. I don't want to, show all the video, but these are anti-ICE protests actually going against the Border Patrol agents there. And all they're trying to do is protect themselves and do their job. And obviously, all of these people are hindering that. They all need to go to jail. Here's another one here. Some of these pages aren't loading, but you can see here, they've got F-ICE on their flags, but they're actually impeding every vehicle that drives by, these ICE vehicles. So they'll come by, and you can see there's a video, by the way, of them kicking the cars, jumping in front of the cars, trying to get the cars not to move. So there's lots of video, and it's multiple cars, by the way. And then here's another one. And this, I'm not going to show you the video, but basically the officer was so threatened at one of these car harassment things that the radical left is doing that he felt the need to pull out his firearm and aim it. So this is the kind of tension that we are facing right now, and it's getting intense. Now, there's one other good thing that Tom Homan has done that I want you to be aware of. Take a listen to what he said in the other part of this interview with Fox News.
This job and these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database. Those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick. I bet you a lot of their employers don't know what they're doing. But we're going to make sure everybody knows who they are. We're going to broadcast. They want to broadcast the ICE officer that was nearly killed all over the internet. We're going to broadcast every one of these people we arrest.
Freaking men to that. Freaking men. So they're going to create a database. They're going to put all their faces out there. So, their employers, their friends, their family members know that, hey, these people were assaulting ICE officials. Tit for tat, right? Absolutely think that is at least going in the right direction. Meanwhile, Tim Walz's Minneapolis City's attorney office is hugging goats. I wish I was joking. Here's Dustin Gray. But he shared Minneapolis City Attorney's Office emailed staff inviting them to a healing circle with therapy goats. This is not a parody. Here's the email, by the way, and you can see we will be facilitating a healing circle for city employees who would like to be in a shared space with colleagues. It's going to be quiet and a supportive environment. Therapy ghosts will be there. Sorry. I mean, I love animals as well as the next person. And whatever, but we are in the midst of chaos. Tim Walz's office is hugging freaking goats and inciting people to act against ICE at the same time. Doesn't seem quite logical. Anyhow, I really hope to see you guys at restrictedrepublic.com. We've got lots of good information that Justice Knight and myself share, extended versions all the time, and exclusive content. So if you really want to be a part of something, join Restricted Republic. It's only $5 a month if you use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5. And it's a good way to get with like-minded other people. We've got a community here where people can comment and stuff as well. So really encourage you guys to check that out. But with all of that, I love you all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.